I, Jesus, am preparing you for something greater, and you must be ready. Hear me now, for I do not speak these words lightly. I, Jesus, am preparing you for something greater, but you must understand the weight of this calling. This is not a message to take lightly, nor a promise to take for granted. It is a warning. The greater thing I am preparing for you is not something you can simply step into without readiness. You will be tested, refined, and shaped in ways you do not yet understand. And if you are not watchful, if you do not remain alert, you may miss the very purpose I am trying to bring into your life. The path is narrow and difficult, no. The preparation I am speaking of is not easy. The route you are walking will be fraught with challenges. The trials that come will not be distant, they will be here. And they will test your faith, your character, and your resolve. If you are expecting an easy path, you will be caught off guard. For those who are not prepared, the storms will overwhelm them. You must be ready, for there is no turning back once the process begins. The world will tempt you with distractions, with comforts that seem good, but I warn you, those comforts will lead you astray. The greater thing I am preparing you for is not a life of ease, but a life of purpose, a life that will demand your all. It will not be for the faint-hearted. You must be willing to lay down your desires, your dreams, and your control in order to embrace the greater thing I have planned for you. Faith without action is dead, I see many of you who speak of faith, but your actions betray you. Do not be deceived by empty words. Faith without action is nothing. I do not call you to a passive existence, waiting for greatness to fall into your lap. The preparation I am speaking of requires engagement, requires you to move. You cannot simply wait for the greater thing to come to you without doing the hard work of transformation. If you are unwilling to face the trials and walk through the refining fire, you will never step into the fullness of what I have for you. The time is now. Do not let complacency take root in your heart. Do not wait for the world to tell you when it's time to act. The moment is now. The kingdom of God is at hand, and I have called you to participate in it. You will either rise to the occasion, or you will be left behind in the shadows of a world that is passing away. Unseen trials are shaping you. This is not just about your comfort or success. The greater thing I am preparing you for is the advancement of my kingdom. It is the work of bringing light into darkness, of reaching the lost house, and of sharing my love with the world that is desperately in need. And if you are not ready, if you do not stand firm in the faith, you will be unprepared for the weight of this calling. I warn you, do not be deceived by the world. It will offer you things that seem good, but they will draw you away from the greater thing. Success in the eyes of the world is not the success I am preparing you for. The approval of man is fleeting, but the approval of God is eternal. Do not be consumed by the pursuit of earthly things. Do not be distracted by the fleeting pleasures of this life. You cannot serve two masters. The road I am calling you to is one of sacrifice, but it leads to eternal glory. You do not see the full picture yet, but I tell you the truth. Every trial, every struggle you face is part of my preparation. The brokenness, the disappointments, the delays, they are not without purpose, but I warn you, many will become bitter, many will turn away, and many will fall short because they fail to see the refining work I am doing. You may not understand now, but you must trust that I am shaping you for something far beyond what you can comprehend. I do not become complacent or distracted by the things of this world, for they will cause you to miss the greater thing I have for you. It is coming. Do you hear it? But only those who are ready will enter into it. Those who are consumed by worldly desires, those who are entangled in sin, those who are lukewarm will be left behind when the greater thing comes. Now is the time to prepare. If you do not take heed, if you do not wake up from your slumber, you will be caught unawares. The time of preparation is running out. The world will continue on in its distractions, But I am calling you to be different. I am calling you to be prepared. The day will come when the door will be shut, and those who have not prepared will be left outside. Do not wait. Do not assume you have all the time in the world. The preparation is now. The testing is now. The refining is now. You cannot afford to wait until it's too late. When the greater thing comes,